Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. As you guys know, my Ben 10 journey in terms of covering classic, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse is unfortunately coming to an end, but the journey as a whole for Ben 10 and content on the channel is far from over, and there's still plenty more to come. So hope you guys are excited and will stick around after my Omniverse journey is complete, because it's ending in a few hours as I'm uploading this video, but I'll have timestamps in the description for you guys of all the things we're going to be covering if you want to jump to something specific. We're going to dive in. I do have my notes pulled up here. Do want to also want to brief you real quick, of course, the Ben 10 comic that is currently coming out. If I get early access, like I got early access to episode 1, my plan is to do non-spoiler reviews and then dropping reactions to the comics as it continues on and everything. So that's going to be continuing there. Getting into Ben 10 Reboot. Now, as I've been stating, and I want to make it very clear here once again, I am starting the Ben 10 Reboot. It'll be dropping on Sundays at 5 p.m. EST, at least for me, EST, Eastern Standard Time, which has been the normal drop for Ben 10 reactions all these years on Sunday. And the plan is to do Ben 10 Reboot 2 episodes per video. I understand a lot of you guys don't want me to cover it. And my thing is, if I'm finding some enjoyment or something out of it that I want to continue watching it, I'll continue to do it. If it gets to the point where I have nothing nice to say and I'm not enjoying anything whatsoever of the reboot, I will be dropping it, and then we'll cross that bridge at some point to see what will replace it. So Ben 10 Reboot is happening. Just want to let you guys know. You don't have to support it, that's fine, but that's just one little thing I'm doing. It doesn't mean that's all I'm doing Ben 10 content-wise. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier before we delved into Ben 10 Reboot, the Ben 10 comic coverage will still be here. Next up, Ben 10 Ink Tank spoiler videos. You guys have been recommending for years certain videos that Ink Tank has done based on certain coverages or certain things, certain theories or whatever, and I can't cover it because I wasn't completely done with the canon of the 4 shows. So I'll be covering certain spoiler videos that you guys recommend, and if I get a lot of recommendations for specific ones, I'll be covering those at some point on the channel, so keep your eye out on there. But I do plan on covering some Ink Tank specific videos that you guys have been talking about that you want me to cover, but I had to wait until I completed Omniverse in order for me to actually watch them so I don't get spoiled for certain things that is discussed in those videos. So there's that. Spoiler videos from Ink Tank. Next up is a thing I've been hearing about quite a bit called Ben 10 DNA Lab. I don't think it's a video. I think it's an actual site or something I can go to see some really cool artwork and to see alien combinations and all that kind of stuff. I think there's like official artwork surrounding this from one of the people who did art for the show. I'm not really sure, but I've been hearing about this Ben 10 DNA Lab. So I'll be checking that out, like whatever that is, and that's probably going to be fairly soon. Not saying within like a week or something after this video drops, but I'll be checking that out at some point, so keep an eye out on that. So I just wanted to make sure I addressed that because a number of people have been saying, you need to check this thing out, you need to check this thing out. So that'll be something. Next up, Ben 10 Classic rewatches. I've been discussing this, and a lot of you guys have recommended an alternative that I'm going to be going with, and I'll be doing on the channel, which is the Ben 10 Classic Rewatch through Ink Tank breakdown videos. Now, I know in what he did, at least in terms of Classic, because I was thinking more so about rewatching Classic as a whole, and I may end up watching Classic anyways on my own, but Ink Tank went through multiple videos and was covering multiple episodes per video. My plan is, as of right now, unless I make a change, I'll let you know, is to do 1 episode per video in terms of the breakdown. Like I said, I know he does multiple within one, so I believe episode 1, or the first video he did, was just covering the first episode. And then I believe what I saw from what people were explaining is that the second episode, or the second video he did in this series, is covering like 3 episodes or something. I'll be breaking those out to where I'll be giving my own commentary, my own discussion in terms of watching what he did for the breakdown of each episode. But if there's like 3 episodes or something, or 4 episodes in one video, I'm going to be splicing those segments up to where it's just going to be one video for me covering a part of one video he did covering 1 episode. So I can actually do a complete rewatch in terms of coverage of what he's explaining and the breakdown and the trivia and all that kind of stuff surrounding one particular episode, and kind of breaking that out into videos. So it means more videos in terms of Ben 10 coverage, but I'm giving myself a little bit of time to where I'm not like rushing and getting through the rewatch and learning more information like in one quick fell swoop, breaking out a little bit. So I've decided on that, but I do plan on my own rewatching Classic as is and seeing the complete episodes and all that stuff. Maybe not so much, but maybe like for the channel coverage wise, maybe for particular episodes I might do that, but that's where I'm kind of at. Last thing I want to discuss specifically here for right now is the 5 years later comic coverage, of course, which is from Ink Tank, and that is a big fan comic that involves Ben 10 and Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom, that I've not seen this show, not seen Danny Phantom at all, but you guys have been recommending for years me to check out the 5 years later from Ink Tank. So I'll be covering that as well. I don't know into what extent in terms of like when I'll be starting that, when it'll be dropping, but there will be coverage of that as well on the channel. So be on the lookout. It's going to start probably fairly soon, but I don't know exactly when, but it will start happening. So make sure you have your eyes checked out on that in terms of the channel. Make sure you check on all that kind of stuff. Now, I know this is like a lot of Ben 10 content that is now dropping or going to be potentially dropping on the channel. The channel's not going to turn into a Ben 10 channel, right? I'm still going to have other content. So some of this stuff is not going to be dropping weekly per se, but I'm going to try to find a schedule in a sense to keep up with when it comes to these specific stuff. The Ben 10 reboot, of course, that'll be a weekly thing. When it comes to the comics, that's going to be when those comics drop. When it comes to, say, like Ink Tank spoiler videos, they're going to be spaced out a little bit. You're not going to be seeing like one every other day or one a week particularly, but you're going to be seeing stuff periodically on the channel when it comes to Ben 10 Ink Tank spoiler videos you guys want me to check out. In terms of the classic rewatch, I will figure out as I start to get into that the release of those videos and how that's going to work in terms of like if it's gonna be like Fridays or if it's gonna be a thing to where it's gonna be dropping on Sundays before the reboot, where I'm gonna be dropping these rewatch kind of videos, like covering the episodes and watching the Ink Tank segments and discussing and having more of my input into the video as well to kind of make it more transformative and all that. We'll see. In terms of the 5 years later coverage, I don't know 100% for sure how or when I'm going to start that and how that's going to be spaced out and everything. Because like I said, I don't want my channel to become a Ben 10 centric channel where I'm just doing a bunch of Ben 10 content and hardly anything else. Because I still want to have that variety to where you're not just getting the same content, the same IP all the time per se. So understand that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are excited for this new part of the journey for me to get to some specific stuff Ben 10 content wise that I couldn't do before. It was an amazing journey to go through the Omniverse, show and knowing the end was near, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm hopeful that something will come out of Reboot. We'll see in terms of like some sort of enjoyment, and the other stuff in terms of spoiler videos, the DNA Lab, Classic Rewatch, 5 years later, and potential other stuff. Who knows? I'm excited for it. So hope you guys are as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you guys are most excited about for me to cover on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.